Maya. Mimi is wandering around. Mimi is my cat. And there's Mumu as well. She take a first seat. She literally dragged the bag along so she can look right directly where I sit and see what am I doing. Aww, Mumu. There are some interesting fun facts about Amethyst that while I'm doing the research, I'm learning at the same time with you. My whole life I couldn't drop my brain. My partner always say I talk too much, and now I have brain freeze in front of cameras. That's not normal. It never happened. Why? Okay. Mimi, talk to me. Talk to me. Yeah, Mimi, come here. Yeah. Yeah. Let me pick you up. Yeah. Wow. Hello, Mimi. What's going on? Ew. Mommy got lipstick. Look at the camera. Look at that. The very bright light. Look at that one. Look into the light. Not that light. That light. Look at me. She's just very in love with me. Mimi is like, I don't know. I rescued her through a Facebook group from Dubai. They literally fly her from Dubai all the way here to UK, and I just paid an adoption fee. And then all the other cats, we've got a WhatsApp group, and all the cats' parents, they were sharing, oh, how long do they take your cats to get used to the home, even the weather. They were really cold compared to where they come from, Middle East. So they're not eating after the flight. They're very scared, or they're hiding, which is normal to adapt to a new home. No, nothing. Mimi, straight on. They said you need to separate the cats to a different room and let them get used to your smell, and slowly, get used to you. You are the stranger that's taking her in. Mimi, no, just for a second, hug me, kiss me, come to me, stick to me like she's my baby, but she's an adult cat. She's already a 1 year and a half, almost like just over teenagers, like a 1 to 2 years old estimate. And Mimi, and then so listening to the instructions and the research, I've tried to, do you want to go down? Okay, I've tried to put her in the other room and prepared her everything. She was eating, going to toilet, using the litter box straight away, and play with me. And then I took some videos. I may put around here the first day that she comes. Wow, amazing, right? Like, she knows me her whole life. And I was over the moon because I was a dog mom. I grew up with 2 dogs, and I'm alone in London for a long time. Did I wipe off my lipstick? No, I'm good. Yeah, so it was so overwhelming. Me myself, I didn't know how to be in the same room alone with a cat. Literally, a feeling of being a new parent, and it's a new species that I never raised or stayed with before. Obviously, I pet my friends' cats, my neighbors' cats, play with them, but never my own. So that day I was panicking so much, and Mimi just take it like a champion. Da, da, come to me like mama, and then kiss me, and then comfort me, and then she's checking around the new place like, oh, what's this room, what's the kitchen, what's everywhere. And then that night, while they supposed to be separate and give them some space and take their own time, no, she don't agree. She just cry and cry and cry and cry for hours. I have to go open the door, take her, and she just climbed immediately on my head, on my shoulder, and she stuck to me to sleep with me ever since. She's just not willing to leave off my face basically at night, like, oh. So she's not willing to sleep alone. But I've heard her journey of being in the foster homes and also the past owners, and I don't think she was trained to do that, not at all. And for quite a while, she was put in a home with 50 different cats, not 50, a lot more different cats and dogs, and fostering, transferring around. So that's the least to expect, her treating me as her best friend, her real mom. She think I give birth to her. This is until today. She will come to my belly and just like just imagining she's my baby, literally in my belly, and then try to come back in my belly, that feeling. So she literally thinks she's my baby, and she still is, like. So that's me and Mimi. I will leave our stories next time. It's pretty long. Okay, sorry. Right, back to Amethyst. Well, I've been talking to ChatGPT recently to make this channel, and I've got a little phone case on. So the best strategy for me to get out of this beginner's camera brain freeze, I'm trying to talk to. I posted my first video and I showed my partner. He was like, "It doesn't make sense. What are you talking about? Am I looking at you or you or you?" I was pointing at different points of the lights and the camera and see, can I do an eye contact? Like, do you feel like I'm looking at you and talking to you, or I look like I'm looking at somewhere else? I'm testing. I don't get it, but I did make it clear. I post a rehearsal video and I'm okay with it. I just, trying things out these first few videos. Welcome to Mimi Maya Land. I'm Maya. So you can see we have some amethyst in front of me. So today we're talking about amethyst. So for number one fun fact, we have to go through amethyst formations. Do you know what actually amethysts are? I am shocked myself. I am shocked. I never expect, even though I am collecting, buying, obviously. I own a lot of them, and I still don't really know they're actually volcanoes rock. How? How are these volcanoes rocks? Ta-da! Strange, right? Okay, my partner is from Sicily, so he brought me there a few times, or say I visited a few times as well. The main feature he's really proud of and always talk about it is not only the sea, obviously they have a very beautiful sea coast, but the central of, is it the central? Kind of the top right of it, of Sicily, is Etna. So Etna is a huge volcano which is still active, and it is erupting all the time and is moving all the time. There is smokes, there's lava, there's everything. It gets really cold and snowy in certain time, and mostly it's piping hot. Well, this is crazy, right? For an island everyone is living on, and such a famous island, Sicily. Who don't know Sicily in Italy? Everyone knows about Sicily, right? Sicilian lemon, if you know, like they're famous for citrus fruit and the beautiful sea, obviously, and everything, everything. Ah! Beep! Traffic start. Hold on. Ah! Why? When ChatGPT say I can just go with my normal chaotic vibe, no, I still try to be more elegant and perfect. Let's see how it goes. Okay, calm down. Once I talk about Sicily, I get excited. Alright, so. And it's really hot. I have my fan on. If I turn it all the way up, it's gonna be a Sicily. Yes, so erupting volcano. Yes. So what I'm trying to say is, and not only the main Etna volcano, there is some little islands surrounding, and one called Seven Islands. So we literally climb the one of the volcano called Volcano, and the whole mini island is surrounded by that sightseeing of volcano. That one is not active, but that's why we have been climbing on that mountain basically, and I almost died. I will share that story next time as well. There's a lot to talk about. I need to remember to smile more. Wait. Ding ding ding. So how do they come from volcano rocks? So just imagine a very large volcano. Boom, boom, boom. There is activities happening, eruptions and cooling down, eruptions and cooling down over the year. Ow! I keep. Mama dropped another on the floor. Beep. Oh, now Mimi take that seat. Oh, because they're sisters or fights. Okay, not really fights. They kiss each other a lot, but then Mimi is super jealous. Okay, they both are looking at me right now. Oh, I'm so distracted. I have to. You see, now Mimi grabbed the seats after kicking Mama out of her bed. Aww. Oh no. They love this bag. The only six. Okay, alright, I back to. Okay, well, be serious. Come back. Come on. Just say this. Just explain the science behind Amethyst first, and then talk the stories later. Oh my goodness, God. Alright. How does amethyst form? Amethyst is actually volcano rocks. Okay, imagine a volcano have their activities like eruption, boom, 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 and then they cool down as well. when they cool down, is literally like snowing. Sorry, freezing cold. Okay. Um, what happens is this volcano has their flooring are basically volcano rocks, and you will see those. I'll put it right here. Dun dun. When I show it, you will know. The rock normally called basalt, basalt, basalt rocks. They have some holes, like, and when there are activities for the volcano, boom, 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 the floor will create some tiny air bubbles or cracks, and all this air gap that they have will allow some water sneak inside this gap into the rocks. So imagine these are volcanoes rocks that are on the surface or slightly below the ground surface. And while there is the air gap, a little cracks or air bubbles created by the activities of the volcano, the water, underground water, will sneak inside this little gap and go into the gap of the stone. Well, what's so special about this water is they are silica rich. They have contain a lot of silica in this water. So it's a type of mineral waters. Because of the content of silica is high. And what is silica? Silica, the pure form, you can actually make it into glass. Okay, so after thousands or millions of years, I need to stop doing that. Okay, this is classic me. After thousands or even millions of years, in some occasions, like depends on the rocks, depends on the locations, so all this water cools down and they will crystallize inside these cracks of the rocks and slowly form a surface of crystals on it. They are indeed mostly quartz. So it should be colorless like this. Normal is clear quartz, we call it. However, in some occasions, different environment, there will be different minerals in those water, right? So one of the most common mineral called iron. Iron, not Iron Man, iron itself. This is the formula of iron. I wouldn't remember. Look at here. So tiny teeny bits of iron, which is only 40 parts per 1 million. So 40 little iron parts per 1 million. This tiny little bit of iron will change quartz into purple. So it depends how much iron content it is. The more it is, it becomes darker. The lesser it is more pale. And for this magical formation, it takes forever. Okay, this is why crystal is so valuable. It's not a day's job. It takes the world a million years to form them. Oh, all right. So that's why we love them. Yeah. So this is how. Very exciting. I really love the science behind this. I'm trying to explain it easier. I will put visuals here, like some stickers and explaining what's going on. I wish you understand what I'm talking about. So for the colors of amethyst, let me give you an example. They are So due to the different minerals that sneak into these mineral waters, and mainly iron level, it's kind of like us, isn't it? It's our blood. I got anemia. I always have a little bit, and recently my anemia goes really, really bad. So I expect my iron level is low. Can I no, eat the very purple one, the most purple one, or can eat iron directly. Well, on the market, let's share. I'm not a professional chemist, or I'm not expert in chemistry or geography um, or rock mining. I'm just learning together with you. I collect them. I'm the biggest buyer. I was a biggest buyer for them, and I do sell some of them now. So I'm fascinated by stones, so I'm just learning together with you all. First of all, on the market, I would say I see videos, I've seen sellers, they all treat the vibrant, I would say this color purple, the most expensive, brilliant color, most vibrant. That's the case for many stones, right? So the largest, the deepest one and the lightest one is supposed to be less valuable, but in the current market, I've seen so many people chasing a very rare black amethyst or the light pink ones that I've got it here called lavender. It's also very popular, so it just all depends what you like. If you know about the formation of the stories behind how it becomes amethyst, I personally would not only collect the brilliant purple one, I would quite appreciate them in different colors. um, some of them are special piece, for example this and this one. I don't know if you can see this corner here and it over here. This literally have another type of minerals, not only what was formed, it also stuck into another type of minerals grow here. This is calcite. So obviously how the water go inside these stones after millions of years, slowly, tiny bit by tiny bit, this part become calcite and this part become amethyst. Funny, right? So you now know amethyst is actually quartz, but in a different color with a little bit more iron on it. I know the fan is blowing my hair like a music video right now. Ah, okay, but at least I cool down a little bit. Like the volcano, I was overexcited. And then now I cool down a little bit with the fan. Momo, why you go inside the plastic bag? Mom, they're not used to me like talking to myself. They don't like this long and loud. They probably think what's going on, and if I do Zoom call, they behave like this as well. They're like, oh, what's going on? And run around. I probably prefer clear quartz even much more than amethyst, but we just all love a bit of purple, I guess. Yeah, so there are different versions of quartz. There is very popular. Next session we will cover probably will be rose quartz. Rose quartz is the pink ones, and there's citrine. They didn't call it yellow quartz, but they call citrine. It's actually yellow quartz. and amethyst should call purple quartz according to the logic of rose quartz. So anyhow, amethyst, citron, rose quartz, and clear quartz, they are just same base of material quartz and come with different colors, just like siblings. I've talked about, let me look at my notes. So I've covered, so in one go basically, I've covered the formation. They are volcano rocks. Amethyst forms inside geodes when silica-rich water gets trapped in. Oh, they are trapped. I forget to say, the water didn't go in willingly. They were just trying to go through the cracks. You know, the minerals water running down the mountains through the rocks gap. But they were trapped inside some of these rocks that, oh sorry, really have a geode shape, and the little air pocket inside is created by is created by the activities of the volcano. Otherwise they wouldn't have those air pockets, right? And these water are trapped inside. They're not willingly stay there. They were trying to run down the mountains and get down to the river and then go to the sea. That's how it works, but they got trapped. And slowly, it's like a, sorry, sadly to say it miserably, it's like a little prison forever. That they just become this beautiful thing because they have the water waited too long inside these rocks. They decide to turn to something else. That's how amethyst forms in a magical way of nature. So we've covered kind of crystal clock is they takes a million years to form slowly. We covered the purple power, where the power come from. Oh dear, God knows I haven't covered it correctly. I've covered quartz family. Oh yeah, so very importantly, when the water trapped in these geodes, when I say they take a million years, there's one more element that turns them into this crystallization is natural radiation. Yes, you hear it correctly. It is radiation. That's why my mom came here one day. She knows I collect crystals. She also loves stones. I mean, the base, our families, we love stones. And she's like, oh my God, dear, are there any radiations coming out of these rocks? I say maybe, I don't know, shouldn't be, but I have no clue. That's the truth. If any of you know the answer, if we will get radiation from crystal collections, please comment down below, let me know, and I'm gonna do my research as well for next time, for next video. Amethysts come from all around the world. So the biggest deposits, not bank deposits, but the rock mine deposits, they are Brazil and Uruguay. There are also other amethyst mines in Zambia, in South Africa, and also Russia. Do you know that Russia's amethyst mine was actually one of the very earliest ones, and they are not massive deposits, and that's why they were very valuable, and they classified as expensive as diamonds, ruby, and sapphire, We're not joking here. Amethysts are like diamonds. But after that, some while some people found a lot more amethysts in Brazil. So nowadays, all the amethysts are much more affordable. When we talk about how valuable amethyst was, one of the very significant examples is they will be used together with diamonds and ruby and sapphire and emerald. I forget to talk about emerald as well. As in together in making some national treasure pieces. For example, the crowns and scepter, like the royalty use it for coronations. When they crown a king or a queen, like dum dum dum, and put them on their head, those items that they're holding has amethyst on it. So this is how precious this stone is. Another fun fact, amethyst is actually February's birthstone. So if you're born in February, let me know down in the comments. Maybe you're Valentine's baby? Then your birthstone is amethyst. Beautiful, right? Amethyst is symbolizing the clarity, calm, and wisdom. Clever, clever. Wow, these three match is such a, I would say, the perfect combination. If you have clarity, smart, and you have your calm, your peace, and you have wisdom. Wow, how fantastic to have. Well, maybe this is the case. So one of the fun facts, or maybe interesting facts, is Greeks. They believe amethysts are for detoxification. So if you wear amethyst, they believe you will be repellent from any toxic or poisons get inside your body. Do you believe like they put it on some amulet or shield and stuff for the army to go in the war to protect themselves? Also, they will put it on wine cups, amethyst on wine cups for they drink because they believe it will prevent drunkenness. So you don't get drunk when drinking. Oh my god. How did I never ever know about this when I was drinking a lot? Now I don't drink anymore, but no harm carrying some peace with me. Yeah, so talk about these amethysts and all these pieces that I'm showing here right in front of me. Mostly they will be on sale. I will be listing them online. I will share the link in my description, or I will just post it in the comments, so keep an eye on it. Or you can drop me a comment, a message. I will give you a link as well. Because it depends. Sometimes I may switch shops online. I may not stick to just using one of those platforms. I will see how it goes, but comment, let me know. One thing I want to address, I want to emphasize, I feel hurt. I feel hurt about this. Is some people don't know the value of crystals just because we can get it cheaper in wholesalers and stuff. In fact, their formation is very difficult, takes millions of years, takes basically a miracle for some minerals in the water trapped inside these volcano rocks and stuff. A million years after, they become crystallized and leave these sparkling, beautiful stones to us. Well, the miners go underground, which we haven't talked about. This is it's not on the surface. It's not something you can find in plain sight. No, they go underground, dig out a chunk of boring, I can't say ugly, but boring common rocks that look gray, just like any other rocks you can see on the planet. Cut it open, like gambling a chance that inside will have these sparkling germs. It's not easy. It's not easy. They do it by experience. They know properly the mineral water will go down a certain way, and if you find some here, you may find some next to it, you know, like from experience. But in fact, is the mining process itself is very complicated. I'm no expert, but what I've learned is how difficult to form, how difficult to get them, and then we polish and manufacture them. In a sense, it's a very, very rare things to have. The size, we must talk about the size. Sorry to get all serious about it, but yeah, the size of crystal. Sorry, sorry about being all serious about it, because I was upset about someone and something. They did not, they treasured stones, but they did not know how difficult to get them. And sapphire itself has the most waste of material. Sapphire itself needs a lot of waste in order to make a sapphire. To make a sapphire, you need a cube, right, size, and then polish all the corners off, layers over layers in to get this shiny. Well, you can tell they are forming in tiny little teeth, like these teeth inside the rocks or alongside the rocks. With radiation and irons and mineral waters and millions of years, a lot of factors, and why they have this gap and space is because of the volcano activities. So all these factors add together into a big pot and cook it into this little tip of material. The thickest it can go of all crystals is probably 10 to 20 cm from my experience. This is why you can see a lot of tower slabs, raw stones, no problem. Once it goes to severe, it literally, you see my gigantic 1 kg tower is not even as thick as this, and this sapphire needs this big of space of material to polish off. So any sapphire you see with the pure material on it, this is probably the size. This is probably the size you will get. Anything larger is probably mixed with some augite or some basalt. You see some raw material in the background. It won't be a pure material sapphire. Do you get where I'm going with? Like here, in small size in crystal wall, we can get quite affordable these days, but the larger piece and pure piece, please take care of your crystals. Or if you see one online that you can afford and you love the color, treasure it, keep it collected. So thank you very much for watching. Please like the video, leave your comment, and hit subscribe button at this corner. Click my little cartoon face, subscribe me. I'm working on getting 1,000 subscribers. I'm working on getting 1,000 subscribers. Please help me. I'll see you all next time. Bye now. Look at me when I do the video. Now I'm talking about you. Doing. Wait, what? This never happened before. Why both of you are sleeping on the table? Good morning. Good morning. Oh, sleepy. Can't open the eyes. Why?